chalk or something written on the wall, and then it was like mold with an arrow pointing, and we're like,
here we go.
I can see that. Thanks for pointing
Hello
that
friends,
out.
Bill Baker here, host of the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show, found right here on 103.5 FM, The Sun, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Hey, when I'm not
You're
on the
fancy.
radio, I'm working with folks just
Isn't that
like
cool?
you to help them buy and sell homes. I'm proud to say that my team, the Baker Realty Group, has been helping people buy and sell homes in the greater Sun Prairie area for over 10 years. Information about buying and selling a home is available on my website, thebakerrealtygroup.com, on Facebook by searching The Baker Realty Group, or by calling 608-575-6731. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show with Bill Baker and Laura Stanfield. Brought to you by the Baker Realty Group.
Welcome to the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show with your host, Bill Baker.
Here.
Wow, there we go. Now I can hear. My goodness, Laura, the thing is all kitty wampus over here.
Kitty Wampus?
Kitty wampus, I know. Isn't that cool? Wait, do it that way. No, that's better. No, is that better? No, it's not better. Okay, here we go.
I don't know what you're doing, so.
I know! It's the Gewitzits again. I love the Gewitzits and doohickeys and thingamabobs.
You just
Hey, I'm Bill
have to
Baker.
think-
You're listening to the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show, and we have people looking in the window at us. That's kind of cool. Kind of freaky, actually, but that's all right. Great to have these windows
Yeah.
and stuff, you know.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Bring the sunshine in.
You're listening to 103.5 WLSP, The Sun, right here in beautiful Sun Prairie, home of Station of the Year, as chosen by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. Very proud of that, and also to have an award-winning show that we have. And we are underwritten by those wonderful folks at the Bank of Sun Prairie, and of course the Baker Realty Group, where we always bring you home.
Nice.
I thought that was cool.
Cheesy.
Cheesy?
Yeah.
Did you just call me cheesy?
I think I did.
Man, you're just like all over me already. Station of the Year. Oh, hang on. Now
By the Wisconsin Broadcasters.
told you, Gewitzits everywhere. Okay, now I can tell who's on. Roxanne Adler's on right now.
Hey, Roxanne.
I know. Hey, we got an interesting show today. We've got an interesting show today. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about where renting now is becoming to the point of where it's going to be more expensive than buying or owning, possibly, or equal. We're going to talk about rentals again, where rental values, rental rates are going to go up. I can guarantee you with the 7%, 6.5% rate, you're going to see more apartments that are going to be fuller. I thought that was kind of fuller. Come on.
More full. Fuller.
Man, there you go. Now I can hear and I can't hear. Okay, but don't touch it. Now
Stop pushing buttons.
I know, but I'm really good at that. So we're going to talk about that. We have a special guest, another return guest. It's like a third or fourth time she's been here with us. Lindsay Higgins is with us,
Yeah.
fellow EXPer.
Uh-huh.
I know.
And?
And
Who else is here?
Alejandra Torres
Hola.
from the Lauer Group, Lauer Realty Group, which is one of my favorites. Liz Lauer has been an absolute amazing lady in this town, this area for so long.
Course.
And for you to be with her is a huge compliment.
It's incredible. I love it.
That microphone, you have to talk into it. You got to you grab both hands, just pull it towards you. Hey, there you go.
Is that better?
That's better.
That's better. Now try it again.
Is that better?
There you
There you
go.
go.
Can you hear yourself? Okay, you can hear yourself?
Yes, thank
Cool.
you.
Now, the show would not be what it is if we didn't have the amazing Laura Stanfield from Wintrust Mortgage, the greatest mortgage banker in the world. I know, I said beautiful, you didn't like that. The greatest, don't like that. What? Soccer mom.
Okay.
Soccer mom. You're a good
Sure.
soccer mom.
I'll go with
right?
that. Yeah, why not?
Hey, tell us what in the world is going on with rates. I mean, we know we hit 7 last Monday, and they
Over.
they went over 7?
Mhm.
And so where are we today? What's going on? Talk to us.
Yeah, today's not a good day again.
What's that mean?
Rates are going up again.
20?
We had a couple.
35%?
Oh, what'd you say? 35%? Wow, nobody will buy them, that's for sure. So yeah, a week ago Monday was, did we talk about it last week? The worst that I've seen in the 25 years I've been doing this, market-wise, crazy. We saw rates go up over 1.5% in hours on Monday. So the worst I saw on Monday, a week ago Monday, was 7.625. Crazy, right? But historically speaking, I know some people hate it when we say that, but it's true. Historically speaking, still a low rate, a reasonable rate.
Yeah.
But considering the 2 and 3% range we came out of 10 months ago,
Well,
it's a lot.
well, yeah, we've doubled. I mean,
It's
our
a
rates have
lot.
doubled since
Yes.
January, and that's
Yeah.
and the whole attempt on that is to slow the economy down.
Right.
I don't want to slow. I like going fast.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oh my
The
gosh.
government is attempting to slow, and yeah, while inflation is crazy, we're going to see this happen. So a lot of the reaction was unexpected in a way, because when we hear that the Fed is going to increase the federal funds rate, usually we'll see a positive reaction, rally around mortgage-backed bonds, which is what determines first mortgage rates. But we already knew that they were going to increase it again, so that was kind of already built in. It was really more about the comments later that there's going to be another increase coming, and we really don't know yet what the effects of these increases are going to be, if it's going to do what they want it to do. So yeah, we actually saw a very negative reaction, and it was really scary.
Yeah.
But then they came back down again. So Monday was just crazy. Like, if you had to lock on Monday, sorry, that's not good. If
Yeah.
you could have waited, it probably would have been great. So then we saw rates improve since then, got back down into the 6.5 range, I guess, maybe low 6s, and now today again, not so great. So it's not a good rate lock day today.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we're going to have those ups and downs in buying
Yeah.
and selling of bonds, and the whole Twitter thing has got people a little upset and concerned, and I don't know why, but they are. Actually, it's going to be a great thing with Musk buying Twitter, because we'll get all those posts that aren't being posted anymore posted again. Could be good or bad. I don't know. We'll find
Are
out.
we
It'll be
talking
transparent. That's what it's going to be.
Politics are entering in? or-
No, everything. I mean, I know it'll be great. Here's what I know though, and you and I talk about this all the time. And when we have these two ladies that are in the studio are not just your typical real estate people. I mean, they know this market. They are leaders in this market, and they can sit here and we're going to have an open conversation about this. Then we're going to talk about a project that is in process that Lindsay has developed, and because if you remember from past shows, she's not just a real estate agent. She's a developer, business owner, wonderful mother, spouse, good friend,
Why do you do that?
mentor, because
I know, he likes
it's the
to see
love,
her
man, I'm
blush.
telling you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He likes to see women blush.
Oh,
maybe.
all
No.
the time. All the time.
Oh, I don't do it to make you blush, you know that. You've worked very hard to get where you are, and
Yes.
I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Both of you. I mean, I watched you get your license.
Watch
She
us
did.
both get our license.
I know, right? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
From bold to
Yes. To here.
Oh my gosh, my hair just got grayer.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't fall out though, did it?
That's
Not
where
yet.
that's
Okay,
where
not
we
yet.
met, was in Bold, yeah.
It was
That's where
really?
you two met?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
wow. It's a great
Oh.
place to meet, really.
Yeah.
I still think in terms of bold, like,
I know.
you know, what you focus on expands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dig this. 9 times I've been through that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I had my Michigan group, I went through Bold over there, and it was a completely different experience than here in Wisconsin.
It's about your group and your leader.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the record? Do you hold the record for the number of
No,
bold?
no. I think
Wow.
it's Tim Heil actually is the one who's like 21 times.
You
or
go
something.
every year.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a
You
good
two
thing.
restart, yeah.
It's a good thing. So
It is.
you know,
Yeah.
what I was going to say is that what we've talked about every week is that we don't care what the interest rate is. Buy a house.
Buy a house.
Because I'd rather you pay yourself than pay a landlord. Now I know Lindsay's over there. Well, I like when my tenants pay me, but
You're not going to have a problem with people who need to rent. I don't
No,
think
not
that.
at
all.
Depending on where your rent is, of course.
But it's important right now. Home ownership is so valuable, and even if we fall back, they're saying 5% I love all the people that the economists feel will be about 5% lower in sales numbers or total dollars than last year. Like, really? Get out of here.
Total sales, you mean?
No.
What?
So if it's 400,000, 5% less than that, which would be 380,000. But we'll see. We'll see. Inventory is still low, but we still need to buy houses. And right now, one of the best options is building houses.
Yes.
And it's still out there. And now, out west, building has kind of gone and hit a stop sign, but we continue to build. We know builders that they're going to be building for another year at least.
But is this projects that were in the works, like as far as new contracts, that has slowed, I would imagine?
New contracts have slowed.
Yeah, so this is just kind of like backlog, right?
Right.
From a year or two ago.
Right,
Maybe more.
and even if we look at September's numbers, we go back to that. September 2021 was up 11.7%. Folks, you got to remember, 10% of 300,000 is what? $30,000. They just made $30,000. You bought a house last year for $300,000. You're just up. You just put $30,000 in your pocket, right?
Right, so you'll pay more because rates are higher, you just will.
Right.
But don't use it as a reason to not buy,
No.
because you're missing out on some wealth building, a lot of wealth building. Nobody's expecting property values to drop.
Right.
So the housing crash discussion really needs to stop. It's not the same thing as 2008, 9, 10, not even.
No, it's completely different. People are talking about this. Is the market going to crash? It's not going to crash. It's a completely different scenario.
Supply and demand.
That was banking. That was bad mortgages.
Yeah, it was.
If you could lean over and they could breathe, you got a mortgage. I mean, it really was.
True.
It was.
Yeah. Yep.
I started back then. I remember this. So it's going to be interesting out there. Just to remind you, I mean, listings last month were at 28 in the city of Sun Prairie. City of Sun Prairie, not school district.
28 homes listed. in
2,800.
September.
28. Did I say 28?
You did.
28.
More than one.
43 sold. Average price was $413,486. 100% of value of the asking price. So that's dropping a little bit. Notice that? So it means there's a little bit of discounting going on, just a little bit. Because we've been at 101, and in previous months, it's been crazy, where we're 103, 105% of the asking price. Here's what's cool. If you go to Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com, it's going to show 54 homes for sale. That's not true. There's actually only 32 homes for sale. Of that, you're like going, I'm really on this show? Of that 32, 19 of them are new construction that are in the process of being built or have not been built at all. They're ghost listing. Yeah. And so
Wow, that's a lot, that 32.
I know. But it's something that I think is valuable that we'll talk about in a little while. Again, the number of listings, if you look at it, the volatility on this, it's like we're from 67 back in May to 28 in September. What's it going to be in October? I got nothing. It's too early to even project that. Pricing, everybody was talking about pricing and how pricings are going down in the last couple of months. And so I put a chart together, and on the back of it, on the big chart, you have to flip the page, pick it up, actually touch it. It's paper. I know, it's not a computer. It's not a phone. There you go. And it shows you how we fluctuated and this is average list prices. Average list prices. Look at that. There's no logic behind it at all. And for a stats guy like me, one of those nerds that goes down all these rabbit holes, this drove me crazy. Why is it so inconsistent? We have one of the lowest list prices back in May, and yet one of the highest in September, and right now we're looking at 364. Went from 413,000 to right now in October, the average list price is 364. Crazy.
As up and down as the interest rates.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Just a matter of what's on at the time, right?
I think it's more compared to like my fantasy football team. We're going up and down. Win one or lose one. Up. You guys play fantasy football?
No.
Oh, I thought you would for sure. Oh my
I check
gosh.
the football schedule to know what time to schedule my open house.
Exactly. Yep.
Now, I had you as a big Badger fan.
I love the games.
Yeah?
It's fun in person, but I don't follow it.
You don't follow?
In person.
In
Not to
person.
watch the game.
It's for the social aspect. Of
It's a
it.
slow, okay, yeah, I get
Totally
that.
on the same one.
I get
Yeah.
that. Oh. Mortgage rates doubled. That just blows my mind. In less than a year, they've doubled.
Well, and I wonder
More
how
than
many
double.
people are saying I don't have to move right now, so
Yeah.
I refied to 2 or 3%. I'm staying
Yeah.
where I'm at.
I think what we're going to see, and Alejandro can say this too, is that you're going to have those people that were thinking about selling, maybe within the next year, they're not. I mean, how do you give up a 2.95 mortgage rate to go 7%?
That's hard, unless you have to.
Unless you have to,
That's
right.
pretty hard.
Right.
Right, that upgraded house no longer seems that upgraded, with the new payment.
Right.
Right.
Go get some new carpeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of people did in COVID, right? They
Right.
decided to stay and just improve their spaces. And so maybe, too, it's interest rates, but they also maybe put a bunch of money into their homes.
Sure.
And they got it to where they like it. Now they're like, no, we're good. We're going to stay put.
So look at the things that are going to happen from this. If it's a delayed time of staying in the house, for it to go to 9 years to say,
Yeah.
let's just say 9 years. What's going to happen is the equity in those homes is now jumped also, unless they use it like an ATM machine and go out and buy the new Tesla or something like that for a gazillion dollars. Do you have a Tesla? No?
GMC.
You did? You got out of the mama van and all that?
Finally.
Oh my God. The happiest day of my life was getting out of the daddy van. I remember that. That was a long time ago, but still.
Yeah, those vans are very practical.
Well, it's just me. I had a daddy van, and Alex and I
Yeah.
got rid of that.
Alex and his friends.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Hey, Dad, can Bobby have a ride home? Yeah.
I have a van, so yeah.
Yeah, I
let's
know,
use
right?
it. Yeah.
So there's going to be more equity in the houses. So we're going to see that in the increase in pricing still. There's just no way that the pricing is going to drop the way they're talking about it. Some of the areas across the country, it's 20 to 30%, like Austin, Las Vegas, in Los Angeles, in that area. Those major segments they're looking to take a hit, and some of them are already seeing it. I don't see it here in Wisconsin. I don't see it in Sun Prairie because the inventory is so low, still so low, even with 30 homes on the market, and it's not 30. Let's just say 20. That's going to keep the pricing up. But I bet you've seen more days on market.
Yeah, definitely.
More days on market, and so it's just people are taking a little bit more time. Last year there were 11 days on market average, same time frame, and this year's 22 days. 22, so kind of interesting.
Still not very long.
No.
3 weeks on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot in our market.
It seems like a lot
Yeah.
considering what we came out of.
Yep.
I just think it's nice to finally see some, not the crazy, I gotta offer whatever over asking price. I can't have an inspection or an appraisal cash. Some people have it, many don't.
Mhm.
I'm glad that we're away from that finally.
Saw a house yesterday up in Lodi, and and it's a client of ours showing this house. Can't believe it's still on the market. Back that up 2 months ago, it'd have been gone the day it was listed. But shh, I didn't tell you where it was. Don't go show any of your clients one of those.
Well, especially if you're getting out, in other areas.
Right.
Lodi, Beaver Dam, Portage, whatever, you can find more house.
So should we talk about this development?
Yes.
Because last time we had you on the air,
Mm-hmm.
we were sharing the frustrations, that F word, frustrations, about what it takes to be a developer and working with local government and the entities in that. And today you've got a project that's up and running, correct? And now you're looking to sell off those lots.
It's so exciting where we are.
Yeah, finally.
It's a long road.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had no idea. Listening to you, I was like getting stressed out. All the stuff that, wow. Good for you.
Still is stressful. I mean, we're done and the city still hasn't signed off on some of the stuff. So yeah.
And that's the city of Madison. though.
Yes.
This is not Sun Prairie.
Yeah,
But
Sun
they're-
Prairie's easier to work with.
well, don't say that.
They are. They are.
Got a new housing committee.
That's good to know, actually.
I know.
I think.
Yeah. Well, we're Madison, but Sun Prairie School.
There you go.
So-
And that's why they're on here today. That's why we're talking about this, is because it is Sun Prairie School District and we need this. And we're going to talk about it and find out. But I got it. All right. So can I ask you how last time you shared it with us, your number,
Which number?
what you have invested in this so far over 3 years now?
Oh, yeah.
3.
So with land, sewer, water, roads, we're at about $9 million right now.
$9 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even your,
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah,
That's a
so-
lot.
I just got.
Man.
If we want to get all into it, though, even what we're selling the lots at, we're barely breaking even. So it's not, we're out here making a ton of money. Developers don't make a ton of money. We're just basically being a pawn for
Sure.
everybody else to make the properties go. If we would have known what we know, it's not a very good investment now,
Because
but-
of the land stuff you
Yeah.
encountered?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand about development. It's not that simple.
No.
First of all, you have no idea. I didn't know how many
Mhm.
costs are involved in just
Yeah.
developing, getting land up and running. But then you encountered something with
Yeah.
what? Marsh
I mean,
land?
even take
Or
MGE.
runoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Sewer
Oh,
runoff.
it was the stormwater. Yep,
Yes.
stormwater we had issues with, yep.
Yeah.
So we had to put 2 large ponds into it, and it was more than what was anticipated for the whole development, but
Yep.
we will help all the surrounding neighbors though as well, so that's kind of what we got stuck with, but
You're
it was
doing
a
a
huge
good
cost.
thing.
It was a huge cost on
Yeah.
our part, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, take even MG&E for an example. We have to pay MG&E to install everything ahead of time, and just electric was $142,000 just for phase 2, and we only get a portion of that back when people sign and get their contracts. So it's not like we're paying for the cost up front, and we only have a certain amount of time to get that money back too.
Sure.
So they put limits on it. Even though they're the company that's making money off of it,
Right.
we have to pay up as a developer up front for those costs.
Sure.
So
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah.
Well, people think that the city comes in and they put in the sidewalks and the sewer and water and all of that. They think that that's covered by, but you're picking that up. That's your cost,
Yes.
and then you've got to put that cost into each of the lots that you have.
Yes.
And there's that 30 to 35% of the value of the entire project. I mean, it's huge, enormous.
It's a lot of
Humorous.
double, yeah,
Humorous.
it's a lot of double work. So you pay an engineer to do your work, and then you also pay the city to do the
Uh-huh.
exact same thing your engineer did,
Sure.
and they just cross-reference it.
Sure.
So you're paying double cost for something that doesn't need to be paid.
Right.
Double
So
cost.
And
frustrating.
then put
Yeah.
all the revisions as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a lot of extra costs with everything, and so yeah, I know that it looks like the lots prices are high, but that's what it costs to put everything in. It's not like we're out here making millions of dollars off of it. We won't.
I did some comparison just to set up for the show today, doing a little homework on it. They're not that high. If you look at City of Sun Prairie and how it compares, I think what's going to happen in your project, you actually get a yard. I could
yeah.
I could
You
play
actually
catch
need
with
a
my
lawnmower
grandkid.
for
Yeah.
this
Oh,
house,
They're-
you know?
They're big lots.
They
Yeah, they're
are.
good. We walked the lot lines the other day, and you see the stakes, and it shows you lot here to here. And we're like, whoa, these are actually bigger than what we thought, but
That's good.
they're nice. They're
They're
nice
enormous.
sized lots.
So my lot is 20 or 0.21 acres,
Yep.
just like what you're
Yep.
proposing on yours. It takes me 25 minutes to mow my yard,
Yep.
and that's because I go sideways sometimes, put that angle in there. Now, if I just go straight back and forth, 20 minutes, I'm done.
Right.
No big deal.
Well, yeah, and then you take a Viridian lot that's even half that.
Right.
So.
Well, I heard that Viridian gives those old-fashioned lawnmowers. It's got the blades, and you have to push them. Well, it's come on, it's environmentally sound.
Well, yeah.
And it mulches.
Yeah.
It mulches
Yeah.
going back and forth.
I used to use one of those.
You still do.
I do not.
You make your boys do it. I can tell.
Right.
Tell us about your project.
So right now, we are in the phase of
What-
selling the lots.
What's its name?
Junna Village. It is off of Felland and County T.
Yeah.
So you have easy access to Cottage Grove. You have easy access to Sun Prairie.
Sure.
You're
Interstate.
right by the mall. It's right there. So we have 21 single-family lots available right now,
Sure.
permit ready. There's 49 in the subdivision in all after they'll all be done, but there's 21 right now. So if somebody wanted to start building right now, they can. But
and 7 of those lots back to a dedicated park. So those are the lucky 7 right there.
Cool.
The lots all range between 115 to 135, and on average about quarter of an acre in size.
Nice. Now, is the Lauer Group representing the development?
Portion of them.
Yeah, we split it.
Oh, you
So
did?
she's listing some, I'm listing some. It's just getting the word out there. As many people as I can get right now to get it out there.
Well, sure.
Yeah, we didn't market the way we should have in the beginning, so we started a little bit later. So now that they're permit ready, we should.
You've had a few
Well,
challenges to get through.
yeah.
Well, here's what I'm thinking though.
Yeah.
If you got some and you got some, I need some.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's definitely. And we do have some featured builders right now too. So we're
Okay.
looking for builders that we want that will basically do a good quality build in the area. We've interviewed a couple of them. Tim O'Brien is going to be featuring it on their website
cool.
too. So theirs will be on the off-site. So
Uh-huh.
they have a couple of neighborhoods that they do that they're not their neighborhoods, but they can build on there. So we will be featured on theirs too.
Any
so
spec homes?
We haven't had any yet.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, especially in this shift that we're in right now. But I still think it'd be a good idea.
Well, it'll be in prime time. By the
Absolutely.
time it's done, you're back in the spring market now, and
Yeah.
Right.
that's the prime time when you're going to get
Right.
everything. So we're trying to find those builders right now. So we kind of put it out there. Anybody is interested in spec homes we have the lots ready. So
And you're willing to work with them.
yep.
That road it has an insane amount of commuters. I mean, it's a way to get to the mall from everybody
Yeah.
that lives in like that Grandview Commons
Uh-huh.
area. Everybody passes through there. There's Camp Canine. I mean, there's daily commuters of people that live in that neighborhood that it would be such great exposure for any builder that wanted to come put a spec home.
And but for the people that are going to live there, I mean, it's
Absolutely.
great location, and you get the Sun Prairie schools,
Right.
Yep, that's a
which I think
huge
is
Huge
plus.
benefit.
absolutely. I
That's
mean,
what I lead with. Sun Prairie schools.
Sun Prairie Library.
Yes. All the time.
That's going to be a big thing. The
Yeah.
Sun Prairie Library here,
Yeah.
with the renovations that we're going to be doing and all that.
Yeah.
A huge draw. Where did this come from? Where did this idea come from?
The Jenna Village.
Yeah.
Well, we originally did it to get multifamilies because, as you know, we like the multifamilies. But it worked out where the city, we had to negotiate, and they wanted half single families, half multifamilies. They wouldn't allow only one zoning in that area. So
Okay.
we ended up getting stuck with that. But it turned out really well. We have the single families on one side, multifamilies on the other, so it's divided basically very nicely where it's a clean cut from here to here. But the apartments will be very nice too in the area. They're not like cheap builds either. So
How
And
many
those-
unit apartment?
so there's 104 condo town style, built
Mhm.
homes, and then those will be on 2 separate large lots. And then there's 2 other lots that have actual apartments where it's 3-story apartments. And so total it's 237. But they're split up. And so there's a clubhouse on it, a pool, there's a dog park. Like you
Nice.
have those features in your apartments too.
Wow.
But
Got to have the dog park.
Yeah,
it's-
coffee
it's-
shop?
It's and a pet cleaning station.
Oh,
And, we have all
see?
that. So
Very modern, yeah.
Awesome.
But they'll be nice. But we're focusing right now on the lots to get the lots out so that we can get the apartments going later. But
Well, that's fantastic. But
And some duplex
what-
lots too?
yeah, the duplex lots are under contract right now. So we did sell. We figured those would be the first to go. So those are on.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of people inquiring about those ones, and they were the first to go under contract.
So from investors or from owners?
Investors.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
nice.
So I don't know what they'll end up doing. I haven't really heard his plans yet, but he might do 0 lot lines. He might do.
Sure.
He might do them as apartments. I don't know yet, but.
So the question people are going to ask, because you're in Sun Prairie right now, in Sun Prairie School District, they're going to say, why Madison instead of Sun Prairie in doing this development here?
The location was close to where we wanted our apartments to be. So
Oh.
originally that was what it was. Our
Okay.
house is similar to close by there.
Oh, it
but
is?
Yeah. We're right on the edge of Burke too. So Burke is basically on the corner of us, and
Okay.
so we had to get everything approved through Madison and Burke. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
The with the new apartments that are being built here,
Mhm.
we'll still be at 96%. because they're filling that fast,
Yeah.
the shortage is just going to be amazing.
It is.
And people don't want to talk about
Yeah.
apartments because they, not in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want those big apartments, and we saw that over on Grand Ave, West Main and Grand, where the community came out, and because of that, they just wiped out a development. But I think they did that to make people feel good. But it was always proposed as a multi-unit facility building, and it got shut down. But Sun Prairie and the development and your lots in that, I mean, if you look at it, your lots about $12 a square foot average.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. I mean, if you look at Town Hall, you're at 16, and
most even they're appraising out even higher than that
Sure.
too. So like when my brother sees stuff with the lending on the aspect of that, he's like the appraisals are coming in at 14 to 16 a square foot.
Oh, good.
So you're seeing it higher and higher now.
well, that's good. But if people looking, if they're agents, and we have to remember that there are some lazy agents out there.
Mm-hmm.
We do. I mean, we really do. If they're just looking at the bare numbers of that and trying to do a comparison to help their buyers figure out where they want to live or build, and that it's, they really need to. They really do. First of all, I think if somebody has never worked with new construction, they should not do it
Yeah.
as a real estate agent. And I'm one that would do that. I'm one that would pass off because my patience for it, there's no way.
Yeah. It's
I'm a high D.
Yeah.
So high, I'm off the chart on that disc profile. I don't know if you knew that or realized that. Hunter's going, yeah, I knew that. You're a train wreck, Bill.
We love you, Bill. But something we have to keep in mind with these people that say, "Oh, not in my backyard," is you have to remember Madison is constantly a top 10 place to live. People are always moving here. We have
Absolutely.
so many biotech, so many kids that go to school here, go off to work, and then want to come back and work here and live here, and it's constantly bringing so many new people to and we don't have we need to find housing for them.
We do. And like I said, I mean, as a politician, when I was running for city council on that, I was talking about the need for apartments, and you should have. I had arrows stuck in my back. Oh, what do you mean apartments? We can't have apartments. Those heads would roll and shake. It was hilarious.
Oh,
But-
even the back and forth, like how people, it was a lot of fight when we had to go in front of basically everybody to propose the project. It was.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It was they were contacting me on Facebook. We have a detective assigned to our case because of
Threats?
Yes, there's some
Really?
neighborhood people that were going in and shifting stuff, like the surveyors were doing stuff, and they would shift it at night, and it was
Oh, my gosh.
It was more cost, and you can't do anything about it because I can't put cameras up over there. Like what? There's no internet.
These are people who didn't want rental units?
Yeah. They kept saying, "Oh, we don't want those low income here and this and that." You don't even know what I'm building.
Right, exactly.
So
That's really sad.
it is.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
horrible. And so, I remember one of the city official people saying to some of these people, and they said, "If you didn't want it developed, you should have bought the land." Very
Right.
simple.
They
Wow.
just want to complain.
Yep.
But they don't want to be
There's
part of
always
the solution.
complainers
I
around.
know.
Yep.
Now, this lady I met a long time ago. I feel like it's been a long time ago. What year was it?
What year do we have the kids?
What year did we have the
Our
kids?
kids are the same
Well,
time.
let me say this, Lindsay.
We met
Which
in both
one?
we met in a room where we were probably both
Breastfeeding.
pumping for our babies.
In
while
bold.
doing both. Oh my.
So 2014, I think it was. Yeah.
It's what women do, and it's actually really good.
Yep.
For
And working
babies.
women, we had to find an area and everything.
Damn
was-
it.
Yes.
Bonding
So what year do you think it
experience
was?
right there, right?
2014, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So we were all Keller Williams.
Yeah.
Did you start at Keller Williams also?
Yeah.
So I got to be her, Lindsay's mentor in the very beginning,
Who
and
was your mentor?
Probably Nick Simon.
oh, you were in the West office. though.
Yeah, I was at the
Yeah,
West
that's
office,
one.
Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah, but I remember
was in
sitting down.
Jenny's
I love to
window.
tell the story about you though.
Later on,
Before Jenny.
before Jenny, right?
Okay.
Sits in my office, and I said, "Well, how many houses do you want?" She goes, "I'm really not wanting to be a real estate agent. I really just want to do. I wanted to be an investor, and I like to get some, properties. And I'm going to rent them out and all that." And
But it's true.
It's
I mean,
true.
It's what you,
Still say that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Allie's like, this is my favorite part.
she's like,
I love the residential.
she was like 12 years old, I think, at the time. I'm not sure, but
Well, she was having
4 kids.
so I
Well, and
don't
4
think
kids,
so.
too.
Yeah.
And she's going and so I've been through Bold is a class it's called Business Objective Life by Design, and it's something that's put on. It's a training that Keller Williams puts on. Keller Williams,
Really good.
to this day, I tell you, is the greatest training company there ever was.
They are.
I think they're an awesome real estate company. They just need to make some changes.
Right.
But I will go to my grave supporting Keller Williams. I just had a friend of mine that just got her license, and she says, well, can I come work for you? I'm like, no, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. But where you need to go is Keller Williams.
Right.
She goes, but you're with EXP. And I'm like, I know, but you want to learn how to run your business, right?
First, yes. Yep. Yes. You don't want to get thrown in. Yep. You want to learn it first. Yep.
So in this class, what they do is they really push you to be uncomfortable, and so they really teach you to lead like that also. And so she sat in front of me over in Winona, and I want to say you said 4. I'd like to buy 4 properties. I said no.
More than that, wasn't
I said
it? 'Cause
how?
I've heard this story a few times.
Well, it gets better every time I tell it.
It does change.
I want to say I said no. Let's make that
7.
8.
Yeah, no, he hired it. Yeah.
Yeah, I doubled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the Keller way. Whatever they tell you, just double that number. But I think you went out and you went above that you did 7 instead of 8. Or
We bought a lot then.
oh my gosh, that's a lot of cell phones.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
But what I know about this lady is that if it's going to be done, it's going to be done right. And so you're going to like this development, and you need to come over and check it out. Take a ride this weekend. It's going to be beautiful out. It's going to be a little
so
chilly.
Nice. We walked over
Did
there.
ya?
It's so peaceful over
Yeah,
there.
get out of
It
the
really
car,
is.
right?
We walked
It's
it,
great.
and it was, it's nice. You'll like it if you walk around in it, yeah.
So why did you get involved in this? You brought this into Lauer. This isn't a Liz thing.
Yeah, Lindsay and I just, we have a good personal
That's
relationship
good.
outside of this, and, I've always been so impressed with everything she does, fearless, and she goes for it, and it's amazing, and I love new construction, and I
Do
love
you?
Lindsay, and so
I
I'm
think
really
when I
happy
get,
to be a part of it.
and when I get over busy, she's kind of my backbone. She kind of checks me into gear. When you need somebody to hold you accountable,
Yeah.
that's her.
Oh,
So
perfect.
I need that sometimes because on the residential sale part, I kind of let myself, and when she's negotiating, it's a whole different ballgame for me. So sometimes I need that. So
Well, I got to tell you, you've surrounded yourself by 2 of the most incredible ladies in real estate. You know
Absolutely,
that. I mean, if you don't learn something, girl, I don't know what's going to
I know.
If you don't learn something, Costco's hiring.
I like to be in a room where everybody else, is smarter and constantly learning. I mean, real estate is one of those things you have to continue to learn
Yeah.
every single day.
And Liz, oh my gosh, I mean, she took her knowledge and went out and started building her rental business. And I forgot how many doors because she always used to tell me doors.
yeah,
And I mean, it just kept growing exponentially. I'm like, oh my gosh.
she's in the 200-300s, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, because her wife manages all those.
Right.
and then-
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
Oh, that's a lot.
that's a lot of doors,
Yeah.
right?
When she talks about Liz, I'm like, I want the wife. Because the wife is the rental side.
Yeah.
And Liz is, Liz will be, the Lauer group, well, so what's going to happen right now in this transition we're going through, this shift, is we see a lot of people, agents that have come on, and they're really doing well, because why? Before you listed, it's sold.
Yeah.
Now we're going back to the days when you guys started, and I wasn't too far, I started in 2008.
That's when I was buying investments.
Maybe 2006. I started in
Well, you have
2006.
some time to
2006 is
Yeah.
when I
Wow.
started,
Yeah.
not 8.
Gutsy.
2006. That's
Or
what
it was just before the craziness
Right.
started.
And but the thing is now, real estate agents are going to have to earn their keep. We're going to have to go back to doing work the way we always did, which was where Lauer Group was number 1. And then when all of a sudden you get all these fly-by-nights coming in here, and they got 20 people on their team, and they're spending $50,000 a month on leads from Zillow that don't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to see the team shift, and the Lauer Group will be back at the top again. But don't judge a real estate company by their numbers. That's what I'm going to say. Or a realtor by their numbers. Judge them by how you feel about them and what other people say about them.
Well, most people don't know their numbers, right?
They have no clue.
Yeah.
No
They
clue.
go by what you tell them or what they perceive to be true. It
I-
doesn't mean it is.
And I had an argument, a disagreement, I don't know what I want to call it, uncomfortable discussion with a Sun Prairie agent about the numbers the other day. Oh no, that's not right. I'm like, yes it is.
Bill looks at them every day.
Yeah, yeah.
He's obsessed with numbers.
Oh yeah. I said I know these better than anybody. I said I'll share them with you. I don't need your numbers.
Is it because of the zip code thing?
It's a zip code thing. People get lazy and just they put the zip code in, and the zip code will include Burke and Bristol and town of Sun Prairie, and just doesn't work.
Right.
And if you look at the national numbers, the reason that they look different is because it's condos and single family. Some of them have multifamily. Duplexes are calculated in there too. I break them out by each of the categories on it to give the realistic numbers on it.
Right.
Numbers.
I know.
They can be skewed any which way.
Sure.
Right.
So how do people find out more information about your development?
Well, we can go to the Lauer Realty page. They're on the MLS. You can talk to your favorite agent. We want to get in with the local builders.
Bill can post it on his Facebook.
Absolutely.
For me, please.
It's on there right now.
Please.
This whole thing's on here. I will do that too.
There's a video too that shows how the area, how awesome it is, and it pinpoints on the video how close everything really is.
Where's
to
the
it,
video?
So I sent it to Bill. He's gonna post it on his Facebook.
I am.
He promised me he'd post
I will.
it, but basically I shared it too on my Facebook as well.
Which is?
Lindsay Higgins.
Okay.
H-A-G-E-N-S.
Don't forget that S.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's a great area, so we're ready to get some good homes in there. We want quality homes. We don't want cheap junk homes. We want good homes.
Well, now talking about that, so do you have architectural approval
Yes.
in the covenants?
Yes.
So what I just said went over about the head of 100,000 people that are listening right now.
I don't have them memorized.
No. So what I'm saying is that you can't just go in and build a house, put a trailer or whatever on the lot. You could buy the lot, then you're going to have to build in how much time? Is there a time frame for that? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so I bet there is. That's somewhere in the covenant saying that you buy the lot, you can't hold it for 20 years.
Oh, right, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's time frames on everything, but also, too, the quality of what you can build and the restrictions on not allowing certain things as well in there.
Right.
So, we got to keep the square footage, above a certain amount.
Okay, cool.
You keep the siding not crazy ridiculous amount, you have to show colors and show everything.
Mailboxes?
Yeah. So, the post office is actually getting out of regular individual. If you've looked in all the new subdivisions,
Lazy.
they're clusters now.
They're lazy.
So there will be clusters everywhere in the subdivision, and yeah, it is.
Lazy.
Yeah.
They're being lazy. Did I say that? But how about, so the point I was trying to make for everybody is when you have a development like this, there are going to be rules that you have to follow, just like there are in Liberty Square where I live.
Yeah.
We're part of the Liberty Condo Association, and you can't park a camper outside.
Yeah.
You can't leave your car on your driveway for so many days and all that.
In your yard.
I
You
know
cannot
it's
put
in
you
your yard.
you can't work on your car in your yard.
Bummer.
Wear bibbed overalls and yell the word Bubba twice. I don't know. Hey Bubba, come here, check out my F-150. I put headers on it. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I know when some people hear restrictions and things, they get nervous and they think, oh, this HOA is not going to let me do anything. It's not like that. It's just it's for the protection of the neighborhood.
Exactly.
To keep your home value up.
Yeah.
It's protection of you who are
Right.
buying it, the
Yeah.
owners, and I'm all for it. But you just need to be aware of it, that they are out there and check it out. Architectural design, a lot of times there is some place in your covenants they're talking about. Some of the organizations will say you have to have your plans approved. Liberty Square is one of them. Kim Elton's properties and that are over there. They have to have architectural approval.
Yep.
But they're also going to put a $500,000-$600,000 house on those lots that are about the same size that you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's expected.
Yep.
What's the other one? Serenity? Is it? Serenity Estates. I mean, if you look at those, they're basically a half-acre lot, and they might be $9, $10 a square foot on acreage on that. But you've got to put water in. You've got to put all that in. It's not there yet,
Yeah.
from what I understand. It's at the street.
It's a lot to run that. So from
It's
County
huge.
to Felon Road, it cost us $250,000
Oh my
just to
gosh.
run it down to our development. Then you have to run it in the development, through the development, and so it's a lot of money to add all that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then we also had to put bypass lanes on Felon Road too, so that was a requirement for us, and I had to get easements from each of the landowners, and that was a fight itself too, so.
Wow.
One of the landowners fought about it, and now they'll have to put it in because the city waived it for me. So,
Oh, they
Wow.
did?
Good for you.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so
Oh.
either that or we were going to go through the eminent domain process. And it's field land. It was barely scratching
Yeah.
their side.
Yeah, it's,
But
man, wars have been fought over for less.
yeah.
Honest to gosh. But if you look at this, I mean, and it's quick, this is just real quick. I mean, it's your properties at $12 a square foot, town hall 16, but that's 0.13 acres. And as we pointed out, there's no yard, basically. I'm curious why that cost is so high out there. I know, it's something like Providence, 0.16 acres, $14 a square foot. Serenity Estates, that's going to be your luxury homes. They're 165,000 and up, 200,000. Liberty Square West, where I live, it's $929 an acre, but you can't. Your house is going to be $500,000 or higher on there. And in Bristol Gardens, that's Bristol, so that's outside of it. But again, that's over half an acre to an acre, and you've got to put in septic and well and all that. So I think you've got a great product over there.
It's just getting people to know it's there now. Like that's
Right.
the issue of what, some people thought it was sold for the longest. Like, so we need to get the word out there.
Well, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was caught off guard too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the question is, how do you get the word out? Well, you've got to hit social media. You have to. I'd spend my dollars there in doing directed campaigns, and I know the Lauer Group can help you do that, I'm sure. Especially Mark. Mr. Video, you got to get in front of that camera. He's ugly. I mean, he's just an ugly guy. We need Alejandro, we need you on it. We need beauty,
Very
girl.
handsome guy. And
No, I'm
he's
teasing.
very good at videos.
He is awesome.
Awesome on videos.
The actor, singer, he's the,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he's a buddy. He knows I'm teasing.
I don't see, you said there's a video on your website. I can see the village and the breakdown in the single family duplex and apartments.
It's on our Facebook directly.
Ah, okay, got it.
Put it on my Facebook.
Because your
directly.
website
Okay.
is simplyhomesproperties.com.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So is it on that site also, Simply Homes?
I couldn't find it
No,
there.
it's not up there
Maybe
yet.
it's-
No, we just got it, so it's on my Facebook.
Okay. Who
and
did your video, by the way?
It was Christine Marks
Okay.
with Step Inside Media,
Okay.
and they did a great job.
It
Yeah.
has been.
I love the shots and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't increase the size of the font on the print because I'm an old gray-haired guy. And
to see it.
yeah, but it's a great video. I love the music too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it shows where all the lots are and where the future park is, and then it spans out so you can see really where we are.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job on that. So here's what I want everybody to know that's listening, Facebook or on radio, is that you've got another choice in your building locations. You have Sun Prairie School Districts. You have a place where you can go, have just an absolutely wonderful lot, wonderful location, easy access to Madison, Sun Prairie, or as I say, Madison and Costco.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Oh my God.
You don't need to bring your well and septic. Everything is city water and sewer. It's
Yeah.
going to be Sun Prairie Schools. You have an enormous lot. You can bring your own builder.
Yeah.
And they're ready to
I
go.
love that. You can bring your own builder.
Yeah.
You got Miller Construction. We got
Yeah.
the guys in this area here. I hope you're knocking on their doors, saying, "Hey."
Yeah, we actually asked people yesterday on the realtor page too, like who their preferred builders were to put together a builder list for everybody. Because if you don't have anybody in mind, we can give you.
Sure.
But bring your own builder if you do have somebody in
Right.
mind too. So.
And it's always interesting how people pick their builders. Randy Martin's one of my favorite. I mean, he is known for not doing shortcuts, rounding corners and arches and stuff. I love that.
Yeah.
He's primarily outside in Bristol because the cost.
Yeah.
He knows that the costs are less in Bristol than they are in Sun Prairie. And as a new member, as one of the first members on the housing committee, it's going to be one of the things that I look at, and hopefully we can do something to attract people like you to come into Sun Prairie and put a development in Sun Prairie for your next one.
Yes. It'll be in Sun Prairie. Not Madison.
Yeah, because we're friendly here.
Yes.
Well, the city government's friendly. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
Now, there's things that we could change, and
My next one would be condos. Keep building condos.
oh, we need them, please.
Yes.
No.
Oh my gosh, we have no condos.
Yeah.
Is that what you started with?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 We even took our duplexes too, and we converted all of those to condos. So,
Uh-huh.
and we made them so that they were affordable for people when they couldn't get that price point underneath the 200. We were splitting the duplexes up and selling them that way too. So.
A question about construction and loans and land and all that. What's all that? What's that all about? Can you do it?
Can you? What are you asking? Can you build?
Yeah, I mean, is it the same process?
It's a little different. It just depends. So if you're working with a builder developer that like funds it for you, and then it's considered turnkey, it's just like buying any property that's existing. Or you can do a construction loan where there's draws along the way. So like if the builder doesn't offer turnkey,
Mhm.
you can do construction financing.
When do you lock in your rate on a new construction?
Well, it depends. Lenders are a little bit different with that, but you could do like a long-term lock in this environment. I might say do that, and then you can always float it down. So if the rates are what they are now, but then they do fall back, which is what we're thinking might happen next year, or even before your construction process is done, if the rates fall back, then you can float it down to whatever the current rate is.
Can you do an interest only type of payment
Well, for
during
construction
construction?
financing, that's how it works.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Interest-only loans in the end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like 2008, 9, 10 stuff,
Sure.
right?
Some do it like where it's interest only for a certain amount of period, like 12 months or something, and then it converts naturally into a fixed
Right.
rate. Let's say negotiate in the beginning, so
Yeah.
it automatically turns into it. We met with a lender, Summit Credit Union too, just trying to get everybody to understand, like, here's this in your portfolio. If you have anybody that wants to build, here you go, here's some lots. So we were just trying to meet with as much people
Yeah.
as we possibly
Get the
could to
word out.
network. Yeah.
I think you have to do that.
Yeah.
I think you have to do that.
A lot of lunch dates.
Well, I think it's I also think it's going to be.
Marketing, though, right?
Yes.
Well, we're going back to the days before this last market that we
Yeah,
had, and
we have
you're
to work.
working with your builder and saying, hey, let's do this together. I'd like you to put a house here. I'll hold the cost of the lot. You're going to pick it up at the end, whatever deals you make out, whatever
Right.
arrangements you make.
Yeah.
But you got to get a house out there. We know that.
Yep.
And one of those builders will do it.
Yep.
I'm sure they will. But houses used to be built in 3 months. Now they're 6 months to a little longer than that.
Yeah.
3 months. They did.
And now
Used
They
to
were
be, yeah.
they were turning houses in 90 days.
That'll happen again.
No.
Just supply chain stuff,
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. Well, but a lot of the...
Right now we're back orders with COVID. It's like windows are really far behind, or
Doors.
appliances are doors.
Febco.
And then the contractors, right?
Febco.
The
Yeah.
Go to
people in
Febco.
the trades that...
Call our friends. Jim Schoenberger, Jerry Laridan, Febco,
Yeah.
Matt, Wisconsin Company,
Mhm.
Sun Prairie Boys. They're right here. They're waiting for you to call. To order those windows. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Last words from you, Miss Laura?
If you're in the process of buying, just lock your rate. Don't look back. Ask your lender if they can do a float down, because it's just not worth the stress, honestly, people.
Yeah.
It's really not. And it really could impact your affordability. So you need to have somebody run your numbers so that you know it
Mhm.
still works. Even if rates go up, you need to have somebody do that for you.
All right.
It's huge.
How do they find you at the Lauer Group?
Well, they can ask for the Spanish speaker of the house.
You're the only one?
I'm the only one.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that surprises me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does me too, actually. But that's good.
We have an
Good thing you're
office,
there.
on Monroe Street and on Atwood Avenue, and LauerRealtyGroup.com.
There you go.
My Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. You have a phone number that you like to use? People actually still use that, you know.
they do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agents don't call.
Sure, if you want to give me a call.
Or text.
Or text, yeah. 608-622-7016.
great surprise today having you here. You're welcome here anytime.
Oh, thank you, Bill.
Both of you, you know that. And you've always been one of my favorite people. And so, yeah, you're
I
here.
appreciate
Look,
that.
goosebumps. See that?
Oh,
I know.
look at that.
Lindsay, as a friend of yours that I've known I am so proud of you and everything that you guys have accomplished. And I know you didn't do it by yourself. I watch you and I'm like, why in the hell am I not doing this? And you know what? I'm glad I'm just selling real estate.
Oh, really?
We were talking
You're doing
yesterday
so much.
about flipping a house. That's not for me.
That's her alley.
I'll do demolition. I love to destroy things. I'm good at it. But I just can't do it, I tell you. But very proud of you with that everything that you've accomplished, and thank you for being such a wonderful leader in our community, business community especially, showing that you can own a business or businesses and be a parent and support your family and your community, and you did such a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and you are always welcome on here.
Thank you.
I think you actually the one that said, "Hey, can I be on your show today?"
Love it.
I know, right? So, Prairie, I hope we helped you with this. Here's the thing to remember: if you can't find that house that you've been looking for in the current market, you've got some solutions that are available to you. And I want you to check out this site. I want you to go and find this development, drive through it, get out of your car and walk the lines, walk the streets in that. Check it out. See what it's all about. I think you'll be surprised. Very surprised. And your kids don't have to leave Sun Prairie schools.
Yeah.
It's just that wonderful. So for all the ladies and myself, thanks for listening today. We appreciate you joining us. And catch me Monday morning at 7 o'clock. I'm working on having the politicians on. I know. I'll
Good
work.
luck.
I'll put plastic back up and all the negativity.
We had that before, though, and it
No,
was really good.
we've got some good people. So
Oh my gosh.
Melissa Radcliffe, we're trying. I'm working on scheduling them right now. But catch me at Monday at 7 o'clock, right here on 103.5, The Sun. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. See you back here on the radio.
Bye.
You're still on Facebook right now. So whatever you say, you're still being heard.
So I should
Yeah,
not say
good
that
show.
duplex lots are available because those are all
No.
Yeah,
gone.
no, those are all under
All right.
contract.
Oh, you
so
said-
single family and multi-family, right?
Oh, you did say that under contract. Bye, Facebook.
Single